part of a federal affordable housing program, is being accused of squeezing out seniors with a massive rent hike. And as investigative reporter Lauren Lemanchek finds, it's also raising questions about whether the government is doing enough to protect seniors on fixed incomes.
That's the North Star Santa group right there.
Gary Spooner is well known for his seasonal gig.
I like the interaction with the kids.
But this 83-year-old Santa Claus spends the rest of the year on a fixed income, which is why an expected 12.5% rent increase is a real problem.
To me, it's egregious.
He likes his Cottage Grove apartment. It's secure, and covered parking and an elevator are a necessity at his age. But the added cost seems too much.
If you get an increase like that and you take a look at your budget, you have to start thinking, what can't I afford?
And might make his savings run out faster.
Then after that, what do I do?
Seniors facing that same 12% rent increase at River North Apartments in Coon Rapids.
But now I'm paying 70% of my income to live here.
Enough.
Where they vented their frustrations.
I have to get a job or I have to leave.
Two equally frustrated city and state lawmakers.
It's not an ethical thing to do.
Wrong, unfair.
And at the Kavanaugh in Crystal, seniors shared their leases. Take a look. The increase means a one-bedroom apartment that was $1,115 a month last year will cost $1,251 in 2022, a $136 difference. What do all these buildings have in common? All are 55 plus. All are part of the federal low-income housing tax credit program. And all are managed by Plymouth-based Dominium Property Management.
That we have a purpose when we come to work every day.
Dominium's website boasts they are the nation's 4th largest provider of affordable housing, with at least 40 developments in Minnesota marketed as affordable, many serving seniors. It is important to note, this year's 12% rent hikes are totally legal. Here's why. Dominium takes advantage of a federal tax credit to spur development of affordable properties. Basically, under that program, renters have to meet strict income limits, usually making only 60% of the area median income, or AMI. Rent is capped at 30% of that AMI limit. But here's the rub. AMI is calculated every year, and each time it goes up, so can the rent. This year, in the metro, the area median income went up a staggering 12.5%, more than double the Social Security increase this year.
This jump is unprecedented.
Minnesota Housing Commissioner Jennifer Ho says this huge jump has exposed a potential problem with the program.
And here we have federal resources that are supposed to be designed to create homes that are safe, that are affordable, that create communities, but affordable for somebody on a fixed income. That doesn't change.
Just because the federal government says they can increase rent this much, there's nothing that says they have to. Is that correct?
That's right. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Dominium is, and the state isn't sure they can do anything about it. A couple years ago, Commissioner Ho's agency stepped in when the company was raising rents mid-lease as soon as the new AMI numbers came out. So what about now?
What can you do to help these seniors who many of them say they simply can't afford this?
I charge my team with making sure that they present me with every possible option of what I can do at the state around the federal program.
What does Dominium say about all this? KARE 11 was invited by the seniors at the Kavanaugh to this listening session with the company.
Generally, we don't allow videotaping on the property, so we are going to ask you to.
But Dominium kicked us out. The company refused a request for an interview, but offered this statement, saying, "We empathize with our residents, but point out they are also experiencing higher costs as well." The company points out they are in compliance with the HUD rules. Not much comfort to the thousands of lower-income senior renters living in Dominium communities.
This has got to stop. Where are we supposed to go if we have to leave?
This has united lawmakers from both parties who are advocating here, as well as the state housing commissioner. Some saying maybe the government needs to revise their program rules so this doesn't happen to vulnerable senior residents again. For KARE 11 Investigates, I'm Lauren Lemanchek.